You know, but I didn't feel badly about it. And maybe it's because I've been around for a long time. Maybe it's because the country trumps party in my mind. I'm a Republican, I'm a conservative. But as JFK said, John Kennedy said, sometimes your party asks too much. And so I'm beginning to see more and more Republicans come out and talk. There was a lot of news today, for example, in the New York Times about senators starting to talk about it. I saw interviews tonight as I was in the green room, seeing more and more Republicans talk about this. At some point, the country begins to matter to people. One thing I want to say to Bernie, look, the more we move forward with rhetoric of incompetence or any of those other things, it gets us kind of off the subject. You know, people now are, and we got to look at ourselves in the mirror, because many of us are in silos. If we're conservatives, we consume conservative stuff. If we're liberals, we consume liberal stuff. The only way to get through this is when we start thinking about the country and we start thinking about being a little bit more agreeable and being careful with the kind of words we use. Because I've seen when words have
John,
created big problems.
I'm not going to apologize for the words that I use. In other words, look, I disagreed with George Bush all of the time.
Right.
I don't think George Bush is a strange guy. You know, I don't think he is a liar.
Right.
There is something different about Donald Trump, and it's not questioned. You're right.
But Bernie, there were people talking about.
Let me finish, please.
Yeah.
All right. You know, a new president.
You're good at that.
A new president is going to learn. There's a learning curve. New president is going to make mistakes. I disagree with Trump on health care. I disagree with him on climate change. I understand that. That's not unusual. There is something unusual about this president.
Okay.
You have never seen a president who has said basically that everything you see on television is a lie. You have never seen a president, I don't believe, attack the judiciary, tried to divide us up in the way that he has. There is something different about this guy's presidency.
What I'm trying to say is at the end, I want to get to the bottom of it and then move along. But I was there when I saw Republicans arguing that Barack Obama was not born in the United States and was a Muslim. I remember when Democrats wanted to impeach George W. Bush. There was a big thing, impeach Bush. You know, what I'm saying is, let's just, I guess it's like the old television show, just the facts, ma'am, just the facts. And when we get hyperbole put into it, I'm just saying to you,
what
Bernie,
did I say was hyperbole?
No, I'm saying, I'm not a psychiatrist, but maybe he's a little crazy or whatever.
I didn't say, no, I'm not a psychiatrist. I did not make that diagnosis.
Did you say you were a lawyer?
Not a lawyer either.
Okay. Well, that proves you're not a psychiatrist then.
But, that's all. I gave you my view. I think this is
you.
a very different type of person. That's all.
These are the things that I think we can say to one another when we're back there. But when partisans here, see, we got to stick to the facts here. What happened with Comey? What happened in the Oval Office with the Russians? All I'm trying to say is...
John, let me just ask you this. Of course we have to say...
Okay, I say uncle. Okay. I made my point and...
But I want, Jake asked the question. Question to you.
He did?
Is Trump a liar? Or am I using hyperbole here? Is he a liar?
Well, sometimes he says things I don't agree with, and I think they don't resemble the facts. But I'm not going to go...
Okay.
No, wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute. But there's a difference between saying sometimes when I can see that there are politicians that say things that don't resemble the facts. And I can actually call some people very close to me on the facts don't match or reality. Okay. But I'm not going to go so far as to call somebody a liar.
All right.
That's where you get... When you start using terms like that... But Bernie, we've seen it in Congress. We saw it, back in the days when we were in the majority and they were after Jim Wright and all these things. Right. There was a lot of calling, crook, liar. We just let the facts speak for themselves, and then we can draw a conclusion. And I'm only saying this not because I'm trying to defend anybody. I'm worried about my country. I'm worried about us getting through this and moving on. But I think when we talk about
the facts, Jake asked a pretty simple question. And all that I'm saying is it's not a question, you're a conservative. I don't think you're a liar. We disagree on everything. But that doesn't make you a liar. I hope it doesn't make me a liar. But if you were to tell me that 3 to 5 million people voted illegally in this election, of which no Republican official or Democratic official believes, what should I say?
Yeah.
I think that's a lie.
Look, I guess I'm going to belabor this. I didn't think I would. Does that mean somebody that writes a campaign ad that distorts somebody's record is a liar? I mean, we just have to be careful about our terms. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, all right, let
okay?
it be. Let it, we'll burn
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I made my
Done?
point.
Good?
That's it.
All right,
We're
let's
good.
go to the. All right,
He's conceded everything.
let's go back to the audience.